Okay guys, here are the notes for the independent practice, how to solve the problems. Okay, starting with number 2, we have 600%. The goal here is to change it to a decimal and a fraction. It could be a mixed number as well. Okay, 600% is 600 per 100. And if we do simple division, that comes out to 6. Okay? And as a decimal, well, the whole number can be a decimal. Just remember to add a decimal point and a 0. So whole number, decimal number, same thing. But just be sure to add that decimal point. All right, number 4. And as always, there's always more than one way to do this. If you have your own way and it works, do it your way. It's fine. All right, now we have 0.55% or 55 hundredths of a percent. Okay, so that's less than 1%. Okay, let's do this. Just move the decimal point to the right. First take off the decimal point. Okay, and I said to the right, my mistake, meant go to the left. We want a decimal number, so move that decimal point to the left 2 spots. 1, 2, decimal point, fill in mix with 0. So now we have 0.0055. Now for the fraction, just say the name. We have 55, that's the numerator. What's the denominator? So 55, well, what place value do we have? Ones, tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s. Okay? But you can divide by 5. You can simplify. They both have a common factor of 5. How do I know that? Both numbers end in a 5 or a 0. So we can make 11 groups of 5, and here we can make 2,000 groups of 5. Okay, don't forget the comma, and there's your answer. Decimal number and a fraction. All right, number 7. Oh, excuse me, number 6. Number 8. Barely can't count. Number 8. 7 and 3/10. We have to change this to a percent. It's a mixed number. Now we want a percent. All right, how do you want to do this? 7 and 3/10 is going to look like this. 7 and 3/10. And we want to change this to a percent, so what do? You move the decimal point to the right because you want a bigger number. 1, 2. The number becomes 730%. Okay. Another thing you can do, I've mentioned this before. 7 and 3/10 is an improper fraction. If you know how to do this, we're making groups of 10. 7 groups of 10. So we have, and we're going to add 3 over 10. All right, we have 73 over 10. To change it to percent, we need the numerator of 100. Multiply by 10. 730 per 100, that's 730%. Okay, 2 ways. Third way to do this, I keep doing this, but it's up to you. 7 wholes, that's 7 and 3/10. 7 is 7 wholes, and just a reminder on the side, 1 whole is 100%. So you have 7 of them, that's 700%, and this is just 3/10, 0.3, right? But you know what, I just thought of something. What if we do this? Change the fraction to an equivalent fraction. 100, 30%, 30%. But since I started this, let's finish it. Move decimal point to the right 2 spots. It becomes 30. You take out decimal point because you want percent. I mean, it's still there. It's just not. It's kind of hidden. And 700 plus 30%. 700% plus 30% is 730%. Okay, that's 8. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster for the rest because I think you guys should be seeing a pattern by now. Okay. I'm still doing this. Here we go. Number 10 is next. We have 2.64. Change the decimal number to a percent. Oops. See what I did there? Oh, can't even see what I did. There it is. 2.64%. 2.64, change it to percent. Again, you move the decimal point to the right 2 spots. 1, 2, add the percent. Take out the decimal point. 264%. Okay? Think of another way to do this. If you can do it another way, great. That really means you understand it. Okay? 2 wholes and 64 hundredths. 2 wholes, 200% plus 64. Just a reminder. 200% plus 64%. Think about it. That'll help you see another way of doing this. Alright, 10, number 12. Oof, kind of a long one. 0.0034%. Okay, you could change it to a fraction. Look where it stops. You'd say tenths, hundred thousandths, 10,000, 34 10,000ths, and divide by 100 or divide till you get to the denominator being 100. But let's just keep it simple. Move decimal point 2 spots to the right. Decimal point. God, I don't know why I did this. It's 34. I goofed that one up. This is the original problem, 0.0034. Move decimal point to the right 2 spots, you have 0.34. But you know what, since I mentioned the other one, let's just go ahead and do that. 34 tenths, that's be the numerator. Denominator would be tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. There you go. We want the denominator to be 100, right? So 100 times what? 1,000? Will that work? We have 3 zeros there. We need another one. Let's see. That would be 2 zeros. Let's see. 3 zeros, but we need 4. Another. There we go. So this should be divided by 100. Divide this by 100. Oof. I just did the math in my head. This, if you didn't see what I did there, divide by 100 to get to that, and divide that. That would be 34 hundredths, but we all know that would be 0.34 per 100, which is 0.34%. Again, guys, I suggest you go with this one. It's much easier, but if you got it this way, that's fine too. Okay. Last one. Oh, one more. Actually, 2 more. 14. Fresh water from lakes accounts for only 0.001 of the world's water supply. Write this decimal as a percent. Okay, so you have 0.001, and that would be 1. What's the place value? 1 tenths hundredths. No, wait, excuse me. 1 tenths hundredths thousandths. 1 1,000ths. Right? Want the denominator to be 100. Here we have 2 zeros. Here we have 3. I want to take away 1 0. So I divide by 10. It's just a shortcut. If you don't get it, it's fine. But some of you might. So 1/10 would be 0.1. That's 0.1%. Oh, can't even see what I did. Apologize for that. But let me explain it. 0.001, which is 1 thousandths. 1 1,000ths. I want the denominator to be 100. So I divide it by 10, because 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. 1 divided by 10 is 1/10. There it is. And that's literally 1/10 per 100, so 1/10 of a percent. Okay? But as a reminder, the easy way would just be moving that decimal point. Move 2 spaces to the right. 0.1%. Okay, last one. Number 16. Adrian answered all 21 multiple choice questions correctly on her science test. If your teacher decided to let one of the questions count as a bonus, with the same number of points as the other problems on the test, what was Adrian's test score? Write your answer as a decimal and as a percent. Okay. So let's read that again. She has 21 multiple choice questions. Okay. One of them is extra credit. 21 points. So I'm going to write the thinking first for you, because it's going to be a little confusing. All right. 21 questions. Right? One of them is going to be extra credit, basically. So that means 20 is full credit, and 1 is extra credit. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Yes? because 20 plus 1 gives you 21. Okay. 20 out of 20 is full credit. 1 out of 20 is extra credit. We want this to be a percent. Okay. 20 over 20. Many ways to do this. I think the easiest thing to do would be to find denominators of 100. So 20 over 20, want the number to be 100, plus 1 over 20. Okay, I'm going to put parentheses just so I can keep things nice and organized. Alright. 20 times 5, 20 times 5, 100 over 100. That would be, well, what's 100 over 100? That's just 1, but 1 is 100%, 100%, 100 per 100, 100%. Okay, which is just 1. Now here, 20 times 5 gives you 100. 1 times 5, 5. 5 per 100, 5%. Add that together, 105%. And that's the final answer. Okay? It should make sense. Okay? Another way you could have done this, again, I'll put it up here. 21 questions out of 20, because 20 is the full credit, right? And the 21, the extra one, is extra. $105 per 100, 105%. Same idea, much quicker, but this explains where that came from. Okay? All right, that's it.